Hello and a very warm welcome to this week's Out and About. In today's show, we've come to the heart of central London to City Hall, where the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association UK are hosting their 2018 Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge reception. So, without further ado, let's take you inside City Hall to find out more.
बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए दरिया बहर को बयाबा को फांद कर गिर पड़ के तेरे दर पे मस्ताने आ गए दरिया बहर को बयाबा को फांद कर गिर पड़ के तेरे दर पे मस्ताने आ गए ऐ शम्मा देख फिर तेरे परवाने आ गए बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए अहले ज़मीन चाह पहुँचने न पाए ये अफलाक से मलक इन्हें पहुँचाने आ गए अहले ज़मीन चाह पहुँचने न पाए ये अफलाक से मलक इन्हें पहुँचाने आ गए अफलाक से मलक इन्हें पहुँचाने आ गए बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए ऐ शम्मा देख फिर तेरे परवाने आ गए बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए.
This event is called the Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge. Started in the 1985 with the fourth caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community. Then it was known as a 26-mile walk, a marathon walk, in the streets and roads of Farnham in the countryside in Hampshire. At that stage we raised a few £1,000, and now over the years the event has evolved where we are fundraising in excess of £1 million for British Charities. And this year we've helped many charities like the British Red Cross, Cancer Research, NSPCC, Humanity First, by helping to fundraise £1 million. This money today will be celebrated and shared with the charities, and the whole purpose of this is because we want to give the right message of Islam. One of the second cornerstone objective of Islam is to serve humanity, to help those in most need, wherever they may be, irrespective of their faith or no faith. That's the Islamic principle of justice, to help all, and that is what this is about, to serve humanity, and we will continue to do this. And we are very fortunate today at this beautiful venue, City Hall, that we have the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, also joining us today to share in these celebrations.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed, in the name of Allah the most gracious, the ever merciful.
Thank you. There will now be a brief introduction to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association by KERRY Thomas of the British Red Cross.
Salam alaikum. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association in the UK, AMYA, is the UK's oldest, largest and leading Muslim youth organisation, with more than 8,000 young British Muslims as members. AMYA is a registered charity, and one of its key objectives is to serve and to contribute to society at all levels through active integration and engagement, as well as to serve humanity. AMYA's purpose: to engender a spirit of discipline and service to the wider community, irrespective of people's beliefs, race or gender, and the motto, love for all, hatred for none, underpins this ethos.
I solemnly pledge that I shall always be ready to sacrifice my life, wealth, time and honor for the sake of my faith, country and nation.
At a time when the identity and role of young British Muslims in our society is being scrutinised, one of the longest established Muslim youth groups in the United Kingdom is silently continuing its efforts to bring all communities closer together. The 8,600-strong Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association is dedicated to channeling the vast energy of the youth towards helping all communities with the Islamic spirit of serving mankind regardless of colour, creed, faith or race. Founded in 1938 by the second Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Bashiruddin Mahmud Ahmad, the organisation follows his belief in that a nation cannot be reformed without the reformation of its youth.
One of the main activities that we did today that was part of the charity challenge was the Ride for Peace. The Ride for Peace was 15 young British Muslims that got together and cycled 500 miles, and we climbed more than 30,000 feet through the mountains of north of Wales. So we went through Snowdonia, we went through the Brecon Beacons, and it was really a huge physical challenge for the cyclists involved. And that actually says a lot for what AMIA represents, for what MK UK represents. It's young men striving hard to take on challenges, to basically for the sake of humanity, for the sake of mankind, to do good works and to promote a peaceful message. And it was very, very successful in the sense that the local community in Wales responded very well, and we were received very well every time we stopped. And it was by the grace of God, it was a very successful event.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I say how delighted I am to be present here today to celebrate and publicise the magnificent achievements of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association. One of the real reasons I'm pleased to be here is that many years ago, when I was a superintendent in West Yorkshire Police, I was in command of the division that covered the centre of Bradford. And in the centre of Bradford, one of the mosques there was an Ahmadiyya mosque, and I visited it on several occasions and never failed to be impressed by the generosity, by the kindness and by the commitment of the worshippers that I met there. Even there, where they were facing some local difficulties at the time, there was a huge spirit of determination to help the wider community in Bradford, which shone through and did great credit to your community.
Steve, I'm sure you and of course the rest of the entire police force are probably used to hearing stories about the younger generation being quite troublesome. How much of a breath of fresh air is it for you to be here tonight and hear about some of these amazing stories that some of the youth are doing today?
Well, they are amazing stories. I mean, it's humbling almost to hear the sort of things that they're doing to raise money for such a wide range of charities. And I think for me that's the really impactful thing. It's not quite the huge amount of money that's being raised, although that is impactful. It's the breadth of the charities that are benefiting from this money, all the way from small new young charities all the way through to what you would call really established, in quotes, traditional British charities like the Royal British Legion and things like that. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, and I think giving to those sort of charities is a real challenge to some preconceptions about Muslim communities in London, in the UK and across the world, and it's great that they're challenged. Back to your question though, it's fantastic to see the work from the youth. The police come across youngsters in a lot of different arenas, many very, very good and very, very positive, and we work very closely with charities that do work with the youth across London. But yeah, there are some downsides, and it is great to come to an event like this and see so much good being done by the youngsters. Really fantastic.
The Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge campaign itself is all about the character of our beloved Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, and it's about serving the community as he was sent as a mercy for mankind. So we just literally spread this teaching by raising money for various charities every year. So the campaign runs for the whole year, 12 months, and it's literally just a fundraising activity, getting involved in various events such as with NSPCC, cancer research. It's just a massive campaign engaging our youth members to raise money for charities and to be involved in this kind of work. So these guys grow up doing this work every year, getting involved in various bucket collections, stadium collections, anywhere possible. And that's what it's about, just to show the teaching in a practical way.
Over the past year, the members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association have raised over £1.6 million for various national and international charities, distributed 14,000 food parcels directly to the homeless, visited 6,000 people in hospitals and care homes, donated nearly 10 tons of non-perishable items to food banks across the UK, planted 25,000 trees and volunteered for numerous environmental initiatives, donated 7,000 units of blood, opened 5 new schools in Africa working with Humanity First, contributed 10,000 hours to various humanitarian programs, including 1,000 hours towards the Grenfell relief efforts, built over 20 new water wells, organised a 24-hour football tournament to raise funds for the Manchester Bombing Victims Fund. In memory of our brother who sadly passed away from leukemia, we opened the Kamal Aftab Eye Clinic, carrying out over 400 free eye operations, and supported the Humanity First Global Telethon, which raised over £2.5 million towards the Rohingya refugee crisis.
Time to take a very short break, but this charity event continues in part 2, so we'll see you again in a few moments' time. Welcome back to Out and About. If you've just joined us, in today's programme we're at City Hall where the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association are hosting their Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge reception. So let's head back to City Hall to find out more.
Started in 1985 by the 4th Caliph, Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, the Charity Challenge consisted of a 26-mile marathon walk and in its first year raised a few £1,000s for worthwhile causes. It has now evolved into a showpiece event for the association. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association seeks to promote integration, peace and a love for humanity, as was encouraged by the holy founder of Islam, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of God be upon him, who said that love for one's country is a part of faith. In this day and age, these teachings are imparted by the leadership of His Holiness, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, the Caliph and head of the worldwide Ahmadiyya Muslim community.
Mirza WAQAS, what a wonderful evening we're at here this evening. Kindly tell us a bit more about what tonight's event is all about.
So this event is about to, I think there are many objectives for this event. So first of all is to promote the peaceful teaching of Islam. And this is just we are presenting checks to external British charities, because in the community, in the country in which we are living in, so people are doing lots of bad things in the name of Islam or in the name of Allah. So being a Muslim, we thought that it's our responsibility to promote the peaceful teaching of Islam.
I'd like to request Mirza WAQAS Ahmad, the president of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, to please present the checks to our charities.
We are a small charity based in Milton Keynes. We have the Milton Keynes Dons brand with a community engagement arm of the club, and therefore as a charity we need to raise funds, both restricted and unrestricted funds. We've been working together really in partnership with AMYA now for about 5 years, and looking to build a combined partnership presence, working in partnership with AMYA or the AMA group, to promote awareness of AMA and to further projects by opening doors, by increasing awareness.
As you know, Cumbria suffers from floods year after year, and AMIA was extremely helpful. They sent the youth workers, and in addition they also contributed financially.
The Youth Association has been supporting Humanity First for many years. They've donated not just a great amount of finances, over £300,000 I think they've done this year, but their volunteers are probably their greatest asset as well.
कभी सुरैया पे जो उठा था वही तो ईमान ज़मीं पे लाया.
Next, I'd like to call upon Colleen Chris Edwards from Humanity First to come and collect their cheque of £350,000.
Colleen Chris Edwards, what does it mean for you to be here this evening and of course be a part of such a wonderful community?
Yes, I mean, so it was a few years ago now. I've been a Muslim longer than I haven't, so and I started off as a youth. So to be back here as an elder, supporting the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association and thanking them for their generous money for Humanity First, the charity that I'm here on behalf of tonight. So it's lovely to come back and really be grateful to them.
I'd now like to invite the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, to come and collect his cheque of £5,000 for the Mayor's Fund for London. Sadiq, if you could please stay there and also present the following two very special cheques. First of which is for Cancer Research UK. I'd like to request Laura McGatley to come and collect their cheque of £303,500. And finally, I'd like to request Rupa Day Amin, the head of community fundraising for NSPCC, to come and collect her shield. Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association has raised £88,000 this year for NSPCC.
Brothers and sisters, friends, Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. It's a privilege to be here tonight and an honour to welcome you all to City Hall. I hope you've enjoyed, as much as I have, the cheque giving ceremony. Groups from as far as Dundee to Milton Keynes, and I don't begrudge non-London groups getting some money. It's not a problem at all. It's fantastic to have this opportunity to pay tribute to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association. I want to begin by thanking your General Secretary, Farouk Aftab, for helping to organise this event. Let's please show him our appreciation. As Mayor, it's always important for me that we celebrate the contribution made by all Londoners to our city, regardless of race, religion, gender or background, because it's Londoners of every class, colour and creed who make our city what it is, the greatest city in the world. The Ahmadiyya community is no exception. You help to show that our diversity is a strength, not a weakness, and a source of pride and progress rather than discord and disagreement. The proactive approach you take to building stronger and more integrated communities, guided by the mantra, love for all, hatred for none, is an example for others to follow.
Sadiq, as always, it's great to have you with us here on the show. Very well, thank you. Always good to have you here. Give us your thoughts on what it means for you to be here tonight.
It's really important to celebrate the fantastic contribution made by young Londoners to worthy causes, and the charities benefiting aren't just in London but they're around the country and around the world. And one of the great things about our city is our diversity, but also our philanthropic causes are really important that we celebrate them. So it's really good that we're here today celebrating the contribution made by the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association and the great work they do.
We're hearing remarkable stories of things that a community are doing for other members of the public and of course for charities as well. Why is it important that we really learn for this and take inspiration from it?
Well, one of the great things about our city is we've always been outward looking and open-minded, and one of the best ways to break down barriers for others to get to know about our communities is by us integrating. What better way to get to know majority communities, for other communities to know about your faith, than by charity. And the wonderful thing about the recipients of the charity is is their diversity, from the poppy appeal to the Red Cross, from charities in Gambia to charities in Milton Keynes, and it's great to see so many non-Londoners here today seeing the very best of London.
And just lastly, Mayor, what message would you like to give to all of our viewers watching this here on the ZEE Network?
Well, it's good to be on ZEE TV. I hope the cricket's been great for you this summer. I'm not going to mention how the results have been so far, but look, thank you for all that you do, ZEE TV viewers, for making London the great city in the world.
As always, it's a pleasure to speak to you. We'll see you again soon. Thanks, Sadiq. Cheers.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Respected guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. I would first of all like to thank everyone, and in particular the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, for taking his time out from his busy schedule to attend this event to mark the achievements of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association through its Mercy for Mankind initiatives. So the Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge initiative is one of the many projects being run by the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association serves as a movement to proactively involve its youth members to help them build their moral, physical, and spiritual character. All of the association's numerous activities are based on the dual Islamic principle of serving the Creator and serving God's creation. We have experienced that direct human engagement by bringing the youth together on positive initiatives is a powerful method of tackling many of the issues the youth are facing today. To compete with one another in good deeds is one of the major source of youth reformation within the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association. And it is in this spirit that we try to broaden our work year in and year out and try to raise more and more funds for the needy through initiatives such as the Mercy for Mankind Charity Challenge. So I would once again like to thank all those who have come to join us at this event. Thank you very much. The second caliph who was the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, it was his famous quote. He said, "A nation cannot be reformed without reformation of its youth." I think that was the core purpose. If you don't have people who can continue the good work of the elders, then it means that the goodness is going to die from the community or from the world. So the new generation that's why important.
The second primary means of serving mankind is to help people in their time of need and to utilize whatever resources are available in order to bring ease and comfort.
Well, what a hugely inspirational event that most certainly was. Our heartiest congratulations to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, and of course our thanks to Mayor Sadiq Khan. That's all we've got time for this week, but as always we'll be back at the same time, same place next week. Until then, have a great weekend, take care, bye bye.